Shalom. Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Much peace and blessings to all you sincere Akim out there that's pushing this 100% truth with all sincerity, faith with charity. This is your brother Ash from the Great Millstone Miami Camp coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Lord, in this lesson is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. In this lesson, I want to speak on how low points can last years. Okay, sometimes a low point can last a year or, a couple years. And that's something that I have experienced personally. So something I was meditating on recently and the past few months is, through my own walk in this truth, I've noticed, or I have experienced rather, as we all have, the highs and the lows concerning your spiritual health, if you will, in this truth, your, the level at which the spirit is dealing with you, or as much as you may think that the spirit is dealing with you. And I say think because sometimes you may not always feel hot in the spirit, but that don't mean that the spirit of the Lord is not dealing with you, okay, or actively dealing with you. But we all know about the spiritual highs and the spiritual lows with this truth, and the scriptures speak about it. Okay, the scriptures speak about how wisdom is going to try you, bring you through crooked paths. The Lord is going to bring you through fiery trials and tribulations. And the scriptures say in Sirach 2, roughly paraphrasing, when thou change to a lower state, take it cheerfully, roughly paraphrasing. So we're going to be, the Apostle Paul said, I know how to abound, I know how to abase. But speaking more so about his financial state, but that can affect your spirit and how you feel. And that's you can replace that with your spiritual state. And it's time periods with these highs and lows. And sometimes the low point can last a couple years. It's just like, stocks and even dealing with Esau's financial system. You have certain companies, right, or stocks that that's traded on the market. All assets, really, all traded goods. They have times where their value is high or going higher and higher and doing good. The numbers are good, and then they have times where their numbers are bad or not as good. And a lot of times these companies can be in the red for a couple years, and then boom, they shoot up. It happens all the time. Okay, so again, it's something that I've been meditating on and thinking of in the spirit. And the other night, I was speaking about this. I brought this up to a brother that's been in the truth, years before me, brother Ramat, beloved brother Ramat Yum down here in the Miami camp, Miami church. He was like, yeah, hell yeah, So that was confirmation right there. The brother's like, yeah, hell yeah, you're right. So then today I was reading the scriptures. I was reading this right here. This is Psalms 31, and this is King David. And this sealed the deal for me. Like, nah, you're not going off. So, Lord willing, I'm bringing it out as edification. This is Psalms 31 and verse 9. Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh, for I am in trouble. Mine eye is consumed with grief. Yeah, my soul and my belly. Okay, so remember, this is King David speaking. And we know these scriptures were written aforetime for our through the patience and comfort of the scriptures we might have hope. Right? Roughly paraphrasing. It was written for our learning. That was written aforetime was written for our learning. So we're going to go through the same thing. Lord, when we be of the house of David, we're going to go through the same things King David went through. So we get read his words and they'll apply to us. So these words were written, these psalms, which are songs, right, were written to edify us in these last days. They would directly relate to our situation here today in Babylon the Great and throughout the world where, the brothers are located. We need the Lord to have mercy on us. We're beholding nothing but vanity and grief here in Babylon the Great. And the world, which is infected by the poison, the wine of Babylon, right? Verse 10, for my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. You see that? For my life is spent with grief, and my years with sighing. And this was the king of Israel. We know he had to go through to get to the throne, and what he went through after taking the throne. And even dealing with his own succession and dealing with his own son trying to take his throne and take him out. Right? King David went through a lot of hell. Called a lot of hell. But it goes on to say what? My strength faileth because of mine iniquity, and my bones are consumed. So King David is saying, this is due to my own sins. This is my judgment. I'm going through this because of what I've done. You see, he was taking accountability. That's something that this world doesn't teach. That's not, of this current world. We live in a gynocracy. This world is ran and geared towards pleasing the woman, which doesn't know anything about taking accountability. You got a lot of our men are raised by single mothers. They're not taught to take accountability. That's a manly trait. Okay? And of course, King David was a man. He was a man after the Most High's own heart. So he took accountability. He went off. He sinned because he was a man. That's a part of being a man. Not saying that you go off on purpose to be manly. No. That just happens because we're in the flesh. We're human. So King David sinned, as all men. And he took accountability for his sins, and he paid for his sins. Right? The Lord didn't utterly destroy him. The Lord had mercy on him. But the Lord still brought him through things that humbled him, that brought him low. And he had to eat it. And it said it was his years, his life was spent with sighing and grief. So King David is saying that he went through low points that lasted years. Okay, verse 11 says, I was a reproach among all mine enemies, but especially among my neighbors, and a fear to mine acquaintance. They that did see me without fled from me. That's so King David said people avoided, like, it's not just his enemies, his neighbors, his own people, people that were, you know, supposed to be cool with him. He's a king, people were supposed to be coming. He said people that are without fled from me. They see him and walk the other way. You know? So verse 12, it says, I am forgotten as a dead man out of mind. I am like a broken vessel. That's like saying, damn, I'm a fuck up. I can't hold water, like I you know? For I have heard the slander of many. Fear was on every side, while they took counsel together against me. They devised to take away my life, like to the point people just want to take me out. They just want to take me out. But I trusted in thee, O Yahweh. I said, thou art my God. My times are in thy hand. Let's read that again. My times are in thy hand. See that? It's times. So we have our times. And the Lord has our times in his hand, meaning he's going to bring us through good, and he's going to good times, right? And he's going to bring us through evil, which is bad times or low moments, low points, right? Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies and from them that persecute me. All right, the Lord brought us in this world. He know our time to take us out and everything in between. That dash in the middle, which is filled with highs and lows and near-death experiences and salvations, miracles, I'm talking about for the elect man. And Lord willing, it's going to end with salvation in these times. So that's the point. We're going through it to get to it. So that's just something I wanted to go into real quick through the Spirit. Lord willing, it was edifying. With that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Hakwadash. Until the next one, Shalom.